Hi, Setu. Can you hear me, Setu?
Hello, I can hear you, ma'am.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine.
Hi, Satish.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you, Satish?
Fine, ma'am. Hmm.
I just thought Ajmal is not come. No, no, no. I think Ajil is not there, but Ajmal and others have not come yet.
Yes.
Mm, 1 second, just hold on.
Okay.
Um, I'm trying to call Swatini, but I don't know. She's not picking it up. So, okay. So, I have actually curated one small paragraph for you today to work with my day, which is mein Tag. So, I would like you to look at this paragraph and see whether you are able to understand the essence of what this paragraph means. Yeah. And you can even just like write down the verbs that you are not very familiar with, and you can also ask me in case if you see that there are verbs which is not very clear to you. Yeah, and the words as well, just like first look at the word, like just read it once or twice from the beginning to the end, and then you can just like try to translate it in English or your mother tongue and see whether you're able to make that connection. By the time you work on, I'm just going to just call Swatini to whether ask her whether we should really hold on, or should we just do 1 hour of class today. Okay, I'll just come back. By the time you just ask in case each other if what is a meaning, in case if you can just do a group work also is fine. Just give me 5 minutes, I'll be back.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm here. So, in case if you are not understanding any of these words, please let me know. And we'll just have class till 5 today, not till 6, so that we can just like do a bit of it. And I think like it's good for us to stop because it's otherwise it'll be like too much for two people. So we'll just do an hour class. I just told Swatini about it as well, and we'll stop at 5. But it is good to really like work on, and I will also be sending you maybe in the chat itself a document to work with. Whenever you have time, just work with it. Yeah. You can use your dictionaries if you want, or if you really um, you want any verbs or anything, you can just let me know. Another 5 minutes, then we will work together. Just read it once or twice so that you get an the essence of the paragraph. Okay. So der Wecker klingt 7 Uhr. Der Wecker is nothing but the alarm clock. Yeah. Klingelt is a verb which means to ring. 7 Uhr is at 7 o'clock. Marco steht jeden Morgen 7 Uhr auf. He gets up every morning at 7 o'clock. Zuerst duscht dann zieht sich an. First he takes bath and then he dresses up for himself. 7:30 kocht Wasser und macht Kaffee. Yeah, at 8 o'clock, he kochen is a verb which means to cook. And kohen, I will also start writing the verbs for you so it becomes much easier. So klingelt, these are all the verbs that you need to really know when you want to write about your day. Yeah, klingelt means to ring, and then yeah, of course there are like other verbs like morgen, which means morning, and then here zuerst. Zuerst is also time related. So erst means firstly, or at the at the beginning at times. Zuerst is firstly. Yeah. Und duscht duschen, duscht comes from the verb. Oops, I think it is 1 second. Just hold on, wait. Duschen is a verb which means to take bath. And then halb acht kocht. Kocht comes from the verb kochen is to cook. We don't say in English that we cook water to make a coffee because there they drink a lot of black coffee. So it is kochen, which means to really heat up water. Yeah. Macht comes from the verb machen is to do or to make. Cafe. Er trinkt seinen Kaffee ohne Zucker. Trinkt comes from the verb trinken, trinken, which means to drink. Er trinkt seinen Kaffee. He drinks his coffee ohne Zucker. Zucker is sugar. Aber mit ein bisschen Milch. With a little bit of milk. Milch is milk. Marco frühstückt heute nicht zu Hause. Frühstückt comes from the verb frühstücken, which means to have breakfast. Frühstückt. Yeah, to have breakfast or to breakfast. Because in German we have a separate verb called frühstücken, and there is nothing like, for instance, there is nothing in English that we can compare it. So yeah, and er kauft. Okay, Marco frühstückt heute nicht zu Hause. Heute means today. He is not having breakfast at home. Er kauft sich unterwegs etwas vom Bäcker. Bäcker is a name of a Bäckerei, which means a bakery. So he's going to buy on the way. Unterwegs is on the way. On the way. And Zeitung liest er auch nicht. Er hat alle Nachrichten auf dem Handy, which means Nachrichten is a verb which mean it's a noun which means messages. Messages, and least comes from the verb lesen,
Sir.
to read. Yeah? He doesn't read any newspapers. That's what it means. And as well as they say Zeitung, die Zeitung means the newspaper. Okay, we'll stop right here. Handy, and Viertel vor acht geht er los. Viertel vor acht, which means 7:45, he goes home. Yeah. Yeah, so we will just combine the paragraph once to really see whether we understand it, and then go to the second part of the paragraph. Der Wecker klingelt is Satish, can you read it from there to the end so that I can also listen to your reading?
Der Weckler klingelt 7 Uhr.
Mhm,
Marcos der jeden Morgen 7 Uhr auf.
mhm.
So, zuerst,
Zuerst
zuerst
duscht er
er, dann sieht ich an, auf acht,
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 um halb acht.
halb acht, äh,
Kocht. That ch, no Satish, it sounds like the chaos. That sound. Kocht, acht. Mhm,
acht,
like that.
ihr Wasser und Match,
Mhm,
Kaffee. Ihr trank Sian Coffee,
Yeah.
Oni,
Owner.
Zu- O-
Owner.
Ona Zucker,
Yeah.
Abi,
Aber.
Aber, mit in uh,
Ein bisschen Milch.
Milch.
Mhm.
Uh, Marco Frustak,
Frühstückt.
Frust, Frühstück,
Heute.
not nicht so see,
Hause.
see, uh,
Er kauft sich unterwegs.
unterwegs. It was Becker.
Good.
Sie
Zeitungen.
Then liest er out
Nicht.
it.
Mhm.
Then er at Ali
Alle.
Al
Nach. That's nachrichten.
not of them of them uh,
Handy.
and
Yeah. You can stop right there. Auf dem Handy. So the alarm clock rings at 7 o'clock. Marco wakes up every day at 7 o'clock. First, he takes bath, then he dresses himself. At 7:30, he heats up the water and makes a coffee for himself. He drinks his coffee without sugar, but with a little bit of milk. Marco does not have his breakfast in his house today. He is going to buy something on the way from Becker. He does not, Zeitungen liest er auch nicht, is like he does not read the newspaper because he has all the messages in his mobile phone. Viertel vor acht geht er los, which means 7:45 he is out of his home. Heute fährt er mit der U-Bahn. Today he is going to drive or go with the U-Bahn, which is a tram, Unterbahn. Die U-Bahn ist immer pünktlich. The U-Bahn, the tram is always punctual. Er wartet nur 2 Minuten und steigt ein. He waits only for 2 minutes and then he gets in. Marco hat seinen Freund Michel gesehen und geht zu ihm. In the U-Bahn, he sees his friend Michael in English, Michel of Deutsch, gesehen und geht zu ihm. He goes there. Marco und Michael arbeiten in der gleichen Firma und sogar in derselben Abteilung. So these are all a little advanced, but I would like to tell you what it means. Marco and Michelle are working in the same place and even then in the same section. Abteilung means section. Die Haltestelle ist direkt vor der Firma und sie steigen aus. The bus stop is directly from the company and then he goes out. Marco ist immer pünktlich. He is always punctual, always punctual. Aber Michelle kommt auch manchmal zu spät. So Marco is very punctual. Michelle, yeah, at times he comes very, very late. Sie begrüßen alle Kollegen und fangen mit Arbeit mit der Arbeit an. They wish all the colleagues and then they begin their work. Would you like to read that Setu from Viertel vor acht geht ihr los? Where Satish stopped. Would you like to read it for us? Try it if you would like to.
Um, I'm very bad in reading German, ma'am.
Okay, you can read at least two lines for us.
So he stopped it.
Auf dem Handy, just like here. This is where you have to, sorry, this is where you have to start.
Viertel vor acht
Mhm.
het er los.
Okay,
Yuti, Yut, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Fiat. Yeah.
Fiat er mit der U-Bahn.
Mhm.
Die U-Bahn ist immer
Pünktlich.
pünktlich.
Mhm. Good. So, die U-Bahn, yeah, D-I-E is die U-Bahn ist immer pünktlich. But just try to at least like read once in a while, Setu, so that you know you get this practice. And it was not, as you said, was very bad. It is
Okay,
like
ma'am.
just like an A1, yeah, beginner's level, and you can't expect anything great, right? But keep
Mm-hmm.
that practice, reading practice always alive, yeah. Just it's okay
Okay.
to be, yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So this is what it is, and you see a lot of verbs right here, which is actually some things that you definitely would do on a daily basis. We will come back to this a little later. For now, I think it's good. Both of you, do you have your books with you?
Yes.
Okay. Seta, you also have your book with you, or you have an online copy?
I have the online copy, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh,
Just hold on. I'm just trying to open the book. It just got out. Just hold on, please. I opened the book for you, but then it's not working. Just hold on. I'm just going to try it one more time. Okay. So, just hold on. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. So I would like you to do this kurz und klar one more time to really, revise once again whatever you know. I would like you to revise once again. Like for instance, über Hobby sprechen auf Seite 27. Yeah, it's 27 here. So this is one page that kurz und klar. Okay. Über Hobby sprechen. Was machen Sie gern? Was magst du gern? And then you have a question answer. Ich reise gern. Hören Sie gern Musik? Hörst du gern Musik? Ja, gern. Und Sie? If at all no, then you would say no, nein, nicht sehr. Which means I'm not very a person who really listens to music. Gehen Sie gern ins Kino? Gehst du gern ins Kino? Nicht so gern, which means like I don't go to the cinemas often. Lesen Sie gern oder liest du gern? Do you read? Ja, es geht so, which means like 50-50. Then you want to say like these are small snippets and kind of a template where you can really like put in any other things which is of the same category. Hören Sie Musik, tanzen Sie gern Sie ins Kino, siehst du fern, which means like Fernsehen is to watch TV, spielst du gern, treibst du Sport, which means like do you play sports. All of that is something that is very important templates, I would say, and if you could write it in your note and keep it, would be like a good reference for you. Sich verabreden. Yes, Satish, have any questions?
No, no, no.
Okay. Sich verabreden, which means gehen wir ins Kino, ja gern. Und yeah, it's like just giving like trying for a conversation, and then when are you going, we are just going to really come to a conclusion of when do we go. Gehen wir ins Kino am Montag? Nein, das geht leider nicht, which means like I definitely cannot, I'm sorry, like that. Wann gehen wir ins Kino? When do we go into the theater or for the to the theater? Am Montag, am Freitag, super. Like these are like variations of what you could see. Yeah, über Arbeit und Beruf sprechen. Was sind Sie von Beruf? Was bist du von Beruf? Wann arbeiten Sie? Wann arbeitest du? Wann haben Sie frei? Wann hast du frei? Ich bin Student, ich bin Studentin, ich arbeite am, and then whatever. Ich arbeite am Montag und ich habe am Freitag frei. I work on Mondays and I have Fridays free. For this work, you need to know all the days of the week from Sonntag, Montag, Dienstag, Mittwoch, Donnerstag, Freitag und Samstag. Yeah, you need to know the meanings, sorry, the spellings of these days. And then you also need to know what are all the professions. Ich bin Student, ich bin Studentin, or du bist Arzt, du bist Ärztin. Ich arbeite als Lehrerin in ihrer Schule. So anything like whatever you want to bring in your profession, that you need to know the name of this profession. Yeah? And then the main thing goes right here. Zahlen ab 20. Yeah, from 20. Ab means from. 21 to it is almost like 10 lakhs, eine Million. And you can see the variety of numbers you can see from. If you know this, you will be able to actually decipher any numbers. Yeah. For instance, it's written 4,520. 4,520. So you have exactly right there. One second. One second. Just. I'm so sorry. I had some call, a very important call. Okay,
Yes.
so from 20, and for instance, if you take this number especially, you see that how it's written completely together. There is no space, and you need to know where to pause it or where to draw these lines. Fear, space, thousand, fünf, hundred, zwanzig. So every word doesn't have a space. There is no capital at all unless it comes in the beginning of the sentence. Fear is like V is a capital. Otherwise, all the words or the letters that you see is always in small letters. Yeah. So you'll be able to really do the numbers very well. And the grammatic. This is the most important part of every lesson, I would say, because you need to know what is in this lesson, what I have learned, what is my goal at the end of the lesson. So if you see ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie und sie, and then you have five verbs in this, and you should be 100% thorough with these verbs. All the five verbs, anytime I give you, you should be able to write down the conjugations of all these five verbs without any difficulty. Yeah. And then you have ja oder nein Frage, which means you can use a yes or a no question. Gehen wir ins Kino? Shall we go to the movie? Ja means yes. Nein is no. And you have article, which we learned in this lesson, which is maskulin, neutrum, feminin und plural. Der Fußball, das Hobby, die Stadt, die Bücher. So these are all the articles, and we know that any object that we see in front of us, the German way is to have an article. Verbs alone doesn't have articles. Adjective doesn't have articles, but nouns have articles, and they have three articles plus the plural form of every noun is there. Yeah. So substantiva means nothing but the noun. Yeah, it's the other name for nouns. And you see der Kilometer, die Kilometer, where there is no change between the masculinum, which means the singular, and the plural. There are no changes at all. It stays like that. But there are some things like with an en, and you see this sign with the double quotes and with an, like, a zero, and it is striked out, which means there is no change in the plural form. With an en, which is a stunden mention. Why have they put e in the bracket? Do you know why?
Hmm.
Why have they put that e in the bracket right here in this? See the example one. Die Stunde, der Mensch. Already, if you see the verb Stunde, which mean hours, 3 hours, 7 hours, like that, Stunde already has an E in it, right? So you can't add another E for it. Stundina, you can't write. Stundeen is not right. You just need en ending. So already E is there. So you need to add only an N. But the second one, if you see, der Mensch means people, human. Dimension, because there is no e right there, so it becomes en. There are plurals that end with just an e. Tag, die Tage, day and days. Arzt, Ärzte, a becomes a umlaut, Ärzte. And then there are er endings. Buch, die Bücher. Yes, ending auto, autos, handy, handies, photo, photos. All these ends with an S, which means the plural form of car and cars. Book, books. Day, days. Doctor, doctors. Human, yeah. People, people. And you say Stunde, hour, hours. Kilometer, kilometer. So there is no plural for kilometer. This is actually the end of your lesson 2, which actually puts you into a small catch of knowing both the lessons kurz und klar. You should be very thorough with it. Yeah. So at the end of this, you need to know this kurz und klar, which is at the end of the lesson, as well as the kurz und klar in the beginning, in the end of the first lesson as well. Yeah. So the next one, what we are going to do today is just like we have 14 more minutes. So we'll just look at this and see what are all these pictures. Can you guess what it could be? Just don't look at what it is and yeah, just look at this picture and tell me what does it look like.
It's a bridge.
Yeah, that's a bridge and the building.
Mm,
What could that be?
a railway station.
Okay, so you think it's a railway station. Okay. Satish, any thoughts on this?
Um,
What does it look
maybe
like?
bus station.
A bus station. Okay, fine. The second one right here. What is that? With a clock and a long towered building. What could that be? Okay, let us just come back to that. This one with the aeroplane, what is that?
Terminal.
Terminals, that's right. And here,
It's a seaport.
seaport, that's right. What could this be?
A clock tower.
A clock tower, okay. And what is this could be?
Like a street.
Hmm. And the building?
Building. It looks like clock tower to me. I see a clock over the building.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, it's a clock tower again. So many clock towers. They confuse us, isn't it, Setu? At times, they are like the buildings are very very familiar. And in this third lesson, if you see, we will be working with buildings, which means to know the state. For instance, if it is like Stuttgart, it is in the Baden-Württemberg, and there is a state, there is a capital. So there are like so many states, and you see that this lesson deals a lot with Hamburg. In English of Deutsch, it is heißt Hamburg. Yeah. So it is a very beautiful place. Do you know where is Hamburg in the map? No. Seaport. Just look, think about your the map of Germany. I think you have the book, and the first page on the left side, if you see, there is a map, isn't it? So where is Hamburg? Where is the sea usually? On the top or north, south, west, east? No. On the top, I can just show you one. See, I'm just looking at that map alone, which I have a picture of it. I'll show you. Just hold on. Okay. Mhm. We have not that. Yeah, maybe this map, if at all it comes better. Yeah. Yeah. Can you see this? Maybe I can just hold on. Wait. Just hold on. If it comes in a bigger picture, it would be wonderful to look at. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, this is better than the previous one, isn't it? Yeah. So you see, this is the map of Germany, and you see Denmark, which is the Denmark is one of the neighbors. You see a lot of neighbors right here and there, and Poland is right here near Berlin and Dresden and all of that. On the left side, you have Netherlands and Belgium, and on the right side, you have Poland, Czech Republic, Austria, Liechtenstein is called Liechtenstein of Deutsch, and Switzerland, Schweiz, France, Frankreich, Luxembourg, und Belgien. Belgium is Belgian. Netherlands is Niederlande. Yeah. So many neighbors, and you see this is the main cities, and the blue ones are always the rivers, Danube, and you have Elbe and all of that. And you see right on the top is Hamburg. Can you locate Hamburg on the top, both of
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is why you see the strong dark blue line where you just work or go right there. That's where is the port, the
Oh,
seaport. That is why Hamburg is also a station, like how Frankfurt, if you see the middle, Germany is written, and under that Frankfurt is there. It is a hub. Yeah, many. It's one of the biggest airports, and so many flights run in an hour, and it is an hub. Likewise, Hamburg is an hub to many countries in the Europe, because there are so many like exports and imports in Hamburg, and it takes place in Hamburg, and it then gets dispatched to many other states and cities in Germany, as well as to other countries also. Okay, so when you see that, I would like you to see this 2-minute video of Hamburg. Are you seeing the YouTube right now, or are you still seeing the Germany map?
We still see that we can see the YouTube video.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to share the sound and look at that, and then maybe come back to the lesson to see more about it. Okay, so you saw it, but yeah, the pictures are very familiar. Like, of course, we see that in the book as well. But there is one more that I would like to show you with the names. Just hold on, I have the link. Just hold on for a minute. Oh, this is a long video. Just hold on. right here. It's an English, and yeah, mostly it is English, so it is easy for us to understand.
Hi guys, greetings from sunny Hamburg. Today we'll discover the city thanks to a real insider, Caroline Marx. Hi Caroline,
Hey Lucia.
glad to have you here.
Yeah, welcome here to Hamburg.
Thank you.
So, do you want to discover my city?
Please, let's go.
Let's go.
So Caroline, tell me your story. What are you doing here in Hamburg?
Yeah, I arrived here in January to be bar manager at Hotel Atlantic Kempinski. Before I used to live in Berlin, and before that I started at the IUBH in Bonn.
Are people welcoming? People in
I would
Hamburg?
say in Hamburg the people seem to be a bit cold, but in the end they're welcoming you.
Was it easy to make friends?
For me, yes. I had some friends before because I used to live here some years ago, but at work you meet new colleagues and that's also very nice.
Caroline, what do you do on your days off?
Yeah, I just like hanging around with my friends, especially on days like this and when the sun is shining. And I also like to run around the lake. The Alstead has a bigger part.
Yeah. So Alster is the biggest lake in Hamburg. The first one where she was standing is the Hafen, which is the port. She was just standing near the port. So look at the names as well on the left side so that you will get to know what places she is talking about.
On the other side is like 7.6 kilometers. Or I go to the beach club, Strand Pauli, joining some cultural things like theaters.
And what about shopping?
Shopping, the areas are like Altona and also Eimsbüttel and Sternschanze. There are some beautiful streets, not the big shops and not full of tourists, I would say.
Nice. So where are your favorite restaurants here in Hamburg?
Yeah, we're just sitting in one of those. It's called Bullerei. It's in the Sternschanze, in St. Pauli. We have the Krug, then Erika's Eck. This is a secret tip, I would say. They're the best schnitzel in whole Hamburg. Also 6 a.m. in the morning after partying, you can get there.
Any markets?
Yeah, the Rindermarkthalle. There's also the Kofuku. There's some nice restaurants in there. It's
And
awesome.
what about the prices?
This restaurant has 2 parts, one fine dining part. This is a bit more expensive. But yeah, this lunch price is around 15 euro. I think this is very, very good. Yeah.
Well, shall we get it started?
Yes.
So where do you usually go out for a drink here in Hamburg?
Yeah, we're now in St. Pauli. This is the party district. You can have some good cocktails at the Drei Freunde bar, for example, or at Möwe Sturzflug, Chuck Club, and also go to dance, to party. Rushinsky's, for example, or the Academy, which has live music from the 80s and from the 90s. I like that very much. And also the area, you have, it's very famous. You have one street which is only for men, the Herbertstraße, and the prostitutes are hanging around here in the
Really?
night. Yeah, but actually in Hamburg this is very normal
It's
for
part
everyone.
of the culture, no?
Yeah, also the sex shops, everything. So this district is famous for it.
How do you usually move around here in Hamburg?
Yeah, we have a good transportation system, including the metro. We also have some ferries, some ships you can go to other places, also nice, and with a bike, of course. And you have also Drive Now, as in other big cities. You can rent cars for some minutes or just an hour and park them wherever you like.
And how much does the metro cost, for example?
For me, it's like 60 euros because my employer supports me there. It's very nice. Usually it will cost around 90.
So where do you live here in Hamburg?
I live in Alsterdorf. This is a small part of Hamburg, a bit outside of the city. But here it's also very nice. It's just between the 2 districts, Sternenschanze and St. Pauli.
And which other districts would you recommend?
I recommend Altona. This is a nice part of the city, and Eimsbüttel.
And what about the prices?
A shared flat, it's between 350 and 500 euros, I would say.
And where can you find these apartments?
So you have WG gesucht, this is an online Immobilien Scout 24, Immonet.
Is it easy to find an apartment or?
I think you need some patience because if there are some new flats online, then you need to be quick and have a look at it. And yeah, if you have all your papers ready, then I think it's not too heavy to find one.
What are the pros and cons of living here in Hamburg?
I will start with the cons because I only have one for me. This is the weather. You cannot rely on it because sometimes it's windy and then again it's rainy and then the sun is shining. The pros, I like the city because it's not too big. It's kind of a huge village. I used to live in Berlin and compared to that it's more comfortable for me.
And what about the prices?
Yeah, compared to other German big cities, it's almost the same. It's not too expensive. It's okay.
So do you see yourself staying here for a long time?
Yeah, it's my city. I love it here.
Really?
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much for today. We really enjoy it.
Thank you.
And guys, if you want to know more about Hamburg, don't hesitate to contact Caroline on Hotco. And see you next time for another great interview on Hotco TV. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so you have a lot of Expedia, and there is also like Easy German where you can discover Hamburg, and you can just look at it and come back the next class so that we will have a discussion of what are the places in Hamburg and why is it that this lesson is all about buildings and knowing the German culture. So we have Rathaus. Rathaus means the town hall where we go and register ourselves. The moment you land in Germany, the first day you will be going to a Rathaus to register yourself. Yeah. So you need to know the German culture before we know the language as well. Parallelly, I would say, not before, parallelly, so that it is very helpful. Yeah, so I think this is alles for heute. That is all for today. So we will start with the lesson 3 again the next class, and we will work on it quite intensely because then we will move on to the grammar topics in lesson 4. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, then we can leave for the day and maybe we will meet again on Wednesday evening. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Bye. See you, Setu. See you,
Bye, ma'am.
Satish. Bye.
Bye.